Every great institution has a story of growth, resilience, and leadership. In the heart of Kilifi County stands Bahari Girls National School, a place that has risen steadily to become a centre of academic excellence and transformation. Behind this remarkable journey is the tireless commitment of one man, Professor Halimu Shauri, the outgoing chairperson of the school's Board of Management. This is the story of progress. This is the story of vision. This is the story of a legacy. Join us as we take a deep look into the transformation of Bahari Girls, from where it began to where it stands today, through the eyes of those who lived it. This is A Legacy of Transformation, a documentary by Mulei TV.
My name is Hamaro Silvano, the Chief Principal Bahari Girls. Currently the population stands at 1,100. But when we were full house with the Form 1s, we were at about 1,600. We have a staff of about 55 teachers, and non-teaching staff I have about 30. I joined in 2023. I was lucky because the board that was on the ground, I'm saying was because it's just, we're waiting for the new board to be inaugurated. It has been a very supportive board under the chairmanship of Professor Shauri. They were forecasting. They supported me. Let me say they supported me because if there was no support and there was no teamwork and there was no proper coordination, I don't think we would have actually achieved what we achieved, especially in academics, which is the core business of the school. From where I stand, this year was our moment. Looking at our results from 2019, we started the journey. We moved from a C to a C+. That is from a C of 6 to a C+ of 7.4. And we have actually timed on C+, 7.4, 7.1, 7.0. We have really tried to get an A. That A was very elusive, but we thank God. Boom, 2024, we got our elusive A. It's like we actually made our own history.
We usually have a theme for the year, and this is what now the students work towards. I wish we could gather the Form 4s so that you're able to hear what their theme is, and what usually how they work around the theme. So this one sets now the school target. So this year we have a target of 8.15. That is a B-. Last year's mean, we had a target of 7.6. That is the target that we had for last year's class. We were shy of the achievement by 7.4. That is a negative of 0.2.
Because of the numbers.
Because of the numbers that we had. Last year, I think we had the largest group of students. That is 413. But again, as we say, the bigger the forest, the bigger the hunting ground. And that is why we were able to produce the first A-planer in Kilifi County. Not only Kilifi County, but Bahari Girls, and also we increased the number of students that got an A- from around 5 that we had in 2023 to 12 in the class of 2024.
The interaction between teachers and students is super. It's good. It's good. The teachers own their students. They love the students. The girls respect their teachers. And if that good relationship did not exist, trust me, that A would still be elusive. And we wouldn't have maintained our 7-point results all these years. Our relationship with do I call them my superiors? The TSC office from the sub-county level to the county and up to region. And I want to believe up to headquarters is quite good, because we talk, they come, they're supportive, very supportive. And then the Ministry of Education, our relationship also is very good, from sub-county level to county to region. I want to believe even at the headquarters, our relationship is good. Then in terms of politics, we are in good terms. Okay. Good terms with the area MP. Like when we got our results this year, trust me, he came the following day. Yes. The area MP came the following day, brought us 2 steers. And then the governor also supported him. So we had a beautiful meal. I even have pictures about it. But basically, the MP is also very supportive. Last year, when we had our prize giving last year, the MP had promised to give us a bus, to give the girls a bus if they produced an A, which they did.
Not done even 40. We are still downloading our results. So most probably, we are leading the pack. We don't follow, we lead. And above all, I don't want to say much, but for me as a mother, as the head of institution, I am very excited because history has been made when I'm sitting at the helm of this school. Last year we did very well, and this year we have done even better. So we really want to thank God for the parents. We want to thank God for the ministry. We want to thank God for the CDF. And by the way, what did Honorable Owen promise? So, Scania tuko nayo hatuna.
But although, remember, she was not sponsored by Equity. No. Yeah. But since the Equity normally takes the best student in a county, so ours was the best. So mine is to encourage the girls, especially the girl from Kilifi, and Coast, that it is possible to realize their dream. And you don't have to go to Alliance, girls. Alliance is in Kilifi. So if Grace was able to get an A, and she's born, bred, brought up in Kilifi, and she was able to get that A, then everybody and anybody can do it.
My name is Professor Halimu Shauri. I am a professor of sociology, but the chairman of board of management at Bahari Girls. I got an opportunity to join Bahari with my fellow board members in 2019. And this, for me, was an opportunity to give back to the community and try to make a small contribution towards the empowerment of girls. Like any other public school, there were many challenges, and one of the challenges was infrastructure. Our infrastructure, of course, was there running the school, but it was old and it needed some revamping. I would like to mention that before actually we took over in the transition period, there was support that came from Mombasa Cement that actually removed the asbestos in the school and then put up new iron sheets within the government directive of removing asbestos. But when we came in as a board, the former board was trying to improve the infrastructure, and they had started to put up a 2-story dome, which I think they were in the first floor. And when we took over, that's where we started in terms of infrastructure development. With the support of the board and the government and of course the school management, we were able to complete that dome. which carries around 600 girls, which was an improvement in terms of reducing congestion in the dorms. And then from there, we proceeded to increase the classrooms. We had also a challenge with classrooms. We had fewer classrooms, and therefore we started a 2-story classroom block that you'll be able to see. That we also did slowly, government support, parents support, and of course good leadership and management by the board. We were able to complete that project.
I'm Stephen Dubi,
Yeah.
and I'm in charge of academics. I'm the director of studies, Bahari Girls. And
How long have you been here?
I've been here for 13 years now. This is my 13th year as a teacher here, and also my 7th year as the director of studies. We've seen an increased enrollment of students, and what I wanted to say is that the school transited from being an extra county school to a national school in 2016, and the first candidate class that was a national class was in 2019. This is the time now we experienced an increase in enrollment of the candidates, and also the results. We look at the results and how the performance was in 2019 when the current board that is exiting, came in, and this is the time we registered the highest number of A-, 12 in number. And as this board is exiting, it's also exiting with the same number of A-, 12, but something different. Last year, we managed to score the first A-plane in the history of the school, with the exiting board giving us the first A-plane of the school. That was Grace City with 83 points. So by the time they were coming in, that is the board of 2019-2025, the school had done this. This block was not in existence. So ideally, this was supposed to be a lab complex. But because of COVID-19, the ministry changed it, and they became classrooms. But this is where now we have our computer labs, home science labs, and in the second floor, we're having just the classrooms. This block here, which houses 12 classrooms, it had been done, those were 2 phases. That was the first phase, which was ground floor, the second phase, first floor, and they're the ones who are responsible for the third phase of this block, which is now the second floor of this building. Yeah.
How has the board been of support to you as a DOS?
I don't want to speak at individual level. I want to speak as a teacher, and I think I'm not just speaking on my behalf, but also as a staff. We've received a lot of support, and that is in terms of material, because we look at where we were previously and how they came about with the concept of trying to improve the results, empowering the teacher in terms of capacity, and also now doing the expansions that we see that are being done so that we're able to offer a broad curriculum. I think it's the professor who came up with the concept of Odoba in Bahari, that is Operation Be Out of Bahari. And there was another operation that he brought about, that is Obaba. That is Operation Bring A into Bahari.
In our effort to improve Bahari Girls, I think one of the critical things that we had was to have a vision of how to move it forward. And our primary goal was actually not infrastructure, but our primary goal was to improve the academic performance, because that is our business. And the other business was just supportive in terms of infrastructure, in terms of teacher motivation, student motivation. But ideally, our focus was to make sure that we put Bahari in the map of academic performance, just like any other national school, so that it can be able to compete with others. To do this, we had series of meetings. We had meetings involving students, involving parents, involving teachers, and involving stakeholders. And these meetings were taking place in Pwani University. So we had Pwani 1, Pwani 2, Pwani 3, but in Pwani 1, what was very critical is that we introduced 3 policies, and these policies actually are the defining moment that have put Bahari in the map. One of the policy was Operation Trace the Problem. We call it OTP, where we say that we must be able to see those students who are performing poorly and those students who are performing excellent. What is it that is the problem that makes them perform the way they perform? So those who perform poorly, we wanted them up, and those who perform well, we wanted them to hit the A. So we definitely deliberately went into sessions of tracing the problem. So we call it OTP. And then we also introduced another policy where we wanted to remove the Ds, the tail end grades, and we said that Operation D out of Bahari, Odoba. Operation D out of Bahari. We didn't want students in a national school scoring D, and I think we have really tried to cut the tail using Operation D out of Bahari. But one of the third policy that we introduced as a board was the Operation Bring A to Bahari, Obaba. Operation Bring A to Bahari, Obaba, and definitely we were successful. Obaba, very successful when you look at our results as we exit. You look at the tail end, I think the lowest grade is 2 students, I think with D+, and then of course the highest grade is A. So this is the secret behind the motivation and behind the success story of academic performance in Bahari. We had also water challenges in the schools. Like any other resident of Kilifi, water sometimes comes in a rationed manner, and as a board we decided to sink an open dam, which we did using the technology of trying to tap water from the gutters or rainwater. But of course the rainwater is not reliable. We've had challenges in terms of filling the dam, and therefore we also decided to now tap on the storage facility and increase, so that even within the same rationing system of water in the county, we are able to survive. So we did an infrastructure of like 10 or so water tanks that can be able to store water even if it is coming on a rationed manner.
I am at the Bahari Girls National School. And, this is part of the projects done by the outgoing board led by Professor Shauri. The school has got clean water.
To be able to create space for the school, the board also decided to do another story dome, which you will also see that is in progress. As we exit, we are happy that if the story dome will be completed, it will be able also to take another 600 plus students. That will make a total of 1,200 who will be living now in modern kind of infrastructure, and that will create space for the low ground classrooms and dorms, so that the coming board can be able to decide whether they will change them into classrooms or whether they will remove them and put up modern infrastructure that can be able to further modernize the school. So in terms of infrastructure as a board, from 2019, over the last 4 or 5 years, we've been struggling to really improve the infrastructure of the school, but still there are gaps. I must mention that there are gaps. In as much as we've made a lot of effort everywhere, some of them, like in the kitchen, we've tried to improve the kitchen a little bit. With the government support, by the way, the school is eco-friendly because we moved away from, or we are moving away completely, but of course phased, from using firewood to now using LPG gas that was supported by the government of Kenya, and we really appreciate that kind of support to make the school also climate compliant.
This is the backup generator room. Previously, the size, I think if you see, it's a big building.
Yeah.
There is another generator on the other side, but it was small in size. Because of now the expansion of the buildings, it was decided that we needed to expand our backup energy, and that is why the new generator was brought. This one is bigger as compared to the other one that is on the other side. So again, it came in the tenure.
So this is now automatic changer?
It's an automatic changer. It came in the tenure of the exiting board.
Exiting board.
Yeah. This is LPG. This is a project that again began towards the end of last year, and by this year, it was fully operational. The school has transited from using wood to being fully LPG gas for cooking and also for other activities, but specifically for cooking, we go LPG.
Are we safe here?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. Hey, these are huge. So, how many liters is one, or how many kilograms?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But again, it's from the ministry. It's a project that was done by the Ministry of Education, in line with the Ministry of Energy. They are the ones who worked on this. Now the school only does the filling, but the whole project fully funded by the Ministry of Energy through the Ministry of Education.
Courtesy of the outgoing board.
Of the outgoing board and also the government of Kenya.
The government of Kenya.
Yeah. So this is the kitchen.
This is the kitchen for a national school in Kilifi. And they are using LPG gas.
LPG gas
to prepare food. Waliacha kutumia kuni as the normal tradition in many schools. So what is being cooked here, chef? Oh,
leo ni beans.
Oh, beans. Oh, nice. What?
Mimi naitwa Zombo Chivati Mundu.
Umekaa hapa mpishi miaka mingapi?
Mimi huu ni wa 28.
Ngoja. Ati?
Huu ni mwaka wa 28.
Hapa shule.
Hapa shule.
Mwalimu. Okay, upishi wa kuni na upishi wa gas unaonaje?
Au upishi wa gasi kidogo nafuu kwa sababu unaharakisha na hauna mambo mengi, ni kuwasha tuna kungoja ichemke uendelee. Lakini ile ya kuni saa yote ni kusukuma kuni, alafu moshi nao unaupata sana, lakini hii gasi haina moshi. Kwa hivyo iko vizuri.
Oh,
this is where things happen.
This is the bakery.
This is the bakery.
Mimi naitwa Morris Makupengala. Hapa napika mikate na pia na scones. Hizi ni scones na hiyo hapo ni mikate. Wateja wa hii mikate ni wanafunzi wetu na staffs wa Bahari Girls.
So nachukua muda gani ndio kuwa tayari mkate?
Hii inachukua 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Ndio mkate kuwa tayari.
Uwe uko sawa. Yaani kwa baking peke yake kwa oven. Lakini kutoka kule inachukua almost one hour.
So how many breads do you bake?
300
every day. Inatosha?
Hiyo inatosha.
And how many scones?
Scones 1,200.
Is now transiting from firewood to an electric oven. So ideally, previously we used to on the other side we have the oven that used firewood, but now with the new board they went electric. So this is an electric oven. It's not wood powered. Yeah.
As I exit here with my board, we're still not happy because the students don't have a dining hall or a multi-purpose hall that can serve as a dining hall and a hall that they can have their events.
This hall was built to cover around 450 girls, but now with the increased enrollment, that is 1,200 girls. We are not able to accommodate all the girls. So now the challenge is our girls now eat from outside here. This is now open dining hall.
Open dining hall.
Yeah, but we serve from in here, and then they have their meals out here. Yeah.
As Exit, we are sad because we had that vision that the kids should be comfortable not only in the places where they sleep, but also they should be comfortable in doing their activities. If there is rain, comfortable to eat in a nice place. Right now, they normally eat their meals in scattered environments. And during now that we have experienced long rains this time around, it has really been a challenge for the girls in terms of taking their meals because they are eating in an open place. We have not been able to put up a multi-purpose hall that can be able to take care of that. So we appeal To well-wishers, we appeal to the government because has been our strongest supporter and funder, and we appeal to the parents that this is one thing that they give it a priority so that the kids can be able to eat in a comfortable place. And of course, our teachers, we cannot forget them because also our administration block is also very old. You can see, or you will see the infrastructure that we've put, that we've improved the face of the school, but you can still see that our teachers are still in a very old structure that was built to accommodate then the fewer number of teachers and fewer number of students operations here. I know the school has grown. You've heard that if we are full house, we are more than 1,600. So if we are more than 1,600, you can imagine the number of teachers that we have. So even the Royal Danish Embassy in Kenya, I think we really appreciate to have given us this facility, but the Royal Danish Embassy, we are still open. They can come and see how the school has grown from 1992 when they supported the school with this building, and probably do us a better building that they can be able to be proud of. We are still proud, and we still maintain our plaque because we are proud of the contribution that they have made. They are part of the success of Bahari Girls. Finally, the third gap that we are living as a board that we are really also painful about is the number of teachers. Our teachers from TSC, Teacher Service Commission, we have also a deficit, a huge deficit that we would ask the Teacher Service Commission, would ask the ministry to consider Bahari. Bahari is a national school, and as a national school, therefore, it is expected that Bahari would have zero BOM teachers. In fact, the amount of money as a board that we are using to pay salaries to the teachers could be able to do the infrastructure of this school if those teachers are actually recruited and posted here and are paid for by the government. So we would ask with all humility TSC and the ministry to really consider bringing teachers so that they can bridge the gap and so that Bahari can have zero board of management teachers and be able to use the resources from parents to pay teachers salaries to be able to improve the infrastructure of the school and make the school run the best way it could.
My name is Pundo Dennis. First of all, I'm a teacher in Bahari Girls, Kilifi South. I teach maths and chemistry. Second, I'm the head of games department, but again, I'm the man in charge of the welfare of the teachers. So I'm the chairman of Bahari Girls Teachers Welfare Association. Now, Bahari Girls Teachers Welfare has all the teachers in it and also has the subordinate staff. So we support each other in matters of our welfare. I remember very well when our new board of management came in place. That was in 2019. We had a lot of improvement as far as issues of the welfare of teachers is concerned. And just to mention a few of them, first of all, we had an improvement in our diet. There are food that we never used to eat before, but when they came in, they introduced some of them. And to that extent, teachers became very happy with the improved diet. But again, second to that, in matters concerning our BBF, where we come together when somebody is bereaved, or even where we come together when somebody is having welfare issues, like the wedding, the childbirth, and all these other issues, including even the transfer of teachers. When a teacher transfers out of school or when a teacher retires, there is a way the welfare comes in to support that teacher. And in this, the current board of management has been very proactive and very supportive in these matters, to an extent that sometimes they even find funds amongst themselves, collecting funds together with the teachers to support these causes in cases of bereavement, in cases of sickness, in cases of hospitalization, in cases of transfer, just like I mentioned, and even in cases where somebody is blessed with a baby boy or a baby girl. Our BOM chairman sometimes comes and sits with us when we go for these functions and supports us in every bit of it. And of course, apart from that, we've had an elaborate seating plan in our school. Before that, we used to all converge in our small staff room which was not enough for all the teachers. And so when the BOM came in, much spaces were created because we saw some buildings coming up that gave us space. So we dispersed teachers to these places. Like the science teachers were dispersed to the laboratory because there were enough places that were created to accommodate them in those specific places. And so teachers have been arranged according to their departments. So this helps us in consultation, so that when I have an issue, when students want to meet specific teachers, they know where to go and to meet these teachers. Apart from that, we've had something that we've never had before, and this is the excursions, going out as a staff. So for the first time, we've been able to go and visit other places as a staff. We've been to Masai Mara, taken a number of days in Masai Mara together as a staff, enjoying together. We've actually been out of the country. The other time we went up to Tanzania and up to Zanzibar. And in all these situations, have a great support from our board of management, supporting us even to raise funds to take us to these specific places. And whenever we go to these specific places, they are always with us. So our issues are always listened to first time. So in all these occasions, this has helped to keep us together as a staff and to support our academic performance right here. And that is why we are able to see the rise in the output that is given by teachers as far as the academic performance in this school is concerned. And overall, that's why we have the good academic performance that we've been able to witness in the school, because the welfare of the teachers is well catered for. If there is any issue that could arise amongst the teachers, then that issue is always listened to first time by the board of management and acted upon promptly. So that has been of great help to us into achieving the excellence academic performance that we've had in this school. So thank you very much.
I'm Opuya Geoffrey, in charge of ICT Bahari Girls School. I do both teaching and technical assistance in matters ICT. And just but to mention, as an ICT department in Bahari Girls, we've made tremendous achievements, and thanks to our outgoing BOM that has really supported the efforts in ensuring that we have been allocated a new computer laboratory, which is well equipped, and through this, it has made sure that the school embraces ICT, and which has also made sure that our learners are well equipped with digital literacy. And to add on that also, through the integration of ICT platforms where our learners and teachers have both had an experience on ICT integration. And this also puts Bahari Girls on the forefront in seeing that we produce students who are future-oriented in matters technology. We've had a session where we've gone through our guidelines by the KICD for the new curriculum, and we pride ourselves in the fact that we are better positioned in implementing the new curriculum that is going to come in place, since we have equipment and facilities.
The January intake, you as a director of studies, the new curriculum coming in.
Yeah. I think we've looked at the syllabi, that is the curriculum designs, and as a school, we are prepared because the first thing that we looked at was the computer being compulsory. That is why you see now the expansion that we've done in the computer labs, because digital literacy is part of what makes the CBE to be the curriculum that it is. And then now we look at the other subjects. I think the school is now ready to offer things like engineering, advanced mathematics, the foreign languages, German, Arabic. We are ready for all those subjects, and also now I think there's something that is coming up in biology where they are now going to focus on something like marine and fisheries.
Yes.
So we are ready.
We are ready.
We are ready for that.
The numbers in January?
The numbers in January.
Like how many are you expecting?
From the system, I think it's 710. Those are 9 streams.
What?
It's such a big number, but we are up to the task. we're up to the task. Yeah.
I am Kitao Joandama from the Bahari Girls. I'm in Form 3, specifically Form 3 Green. It's a really nice class. Bahari is a really nice school. I'm the school president and I'm proud of being the school president of this institution. It's a nice institution, starting from the infrastructure, the students, the teachers. So being the president, I have to act as a link for the students and the teachers. That's what we always say, that if you're a prefect, you just to act as a link or something. But I feel as being the school president, I have to be a role model to the rest. I have to tell the rest this is how it's supposed to be done, and if I'm to tell them this is how it's supposed to be done, it means that I can also do what I'm telling them to do. If I tell them go left, it means that I'm also following the same left, not telling them to go left, then I go right. I also have to be respectful to that teacher. I can't tell them to respect people if myself I don't respect people. I just have to tell them, I have to show them this is how the school rules are. So telling them this is how the school rules are, it means that I'm also following them myself. If I tell them that you have to read your books, you have to perform well in your exams, it means that I'm also doing the same. I can't tell them to be performing well in their exams and yet I am failing in my exams. I can't tell them to sit down in class and read and yet when the bell rings for class time, I'm not in class. When it's time to be where I'm supposed to be, I'm not there. So it will just act as if it's an inconvenience to the rest if I'm not a good role model to them. And also maybe taking their cases up there, but there's some cases that I can solve myself. Not everything is to be said to that teacher. There are some things that you can just settle them there so that they don't bring up a lot of issues. And then cooling the tension of the school, because there are times we are given something, we don't want it as a school. So what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to tell people, okay, that has been given to us. You never wanted it, but why? Why have they given us that? I'm like to help them understand some of the things that have been taken to be done. Like if you are told that you guys are not supposed to move with this way and they want to move with that way, I'm supposed to make them understand you've been told not to move with that way because maybe it has something dangerous in it, maybe it has this, maybe it has that. So like basically I'm just supposed to help them understand. I have a prefect body that constitutes of me plus my 2 deputies. We usually meet every Sunday. It's a must to meet every Sunday so that we can talk of how our week was and how we are about to run the week that is ahead of us. It's attended by the teacher on duty so that the teacher on duty can tell us, I've been on duty this week. These are the challenges that I've come across with you and also with our students, and these are the achievements that I've come across with you. So when they tell us our areas of weaknesses, we make sure the week that is ahead of us, we work on it, we deal with it, and the prefects on duty also have to write their objectives of the week. And then on Fridays or before the meeting, they sit down, they discuss, have we achieved these objectives? If they have, then they get a congratulations. If they have not, it means that the prefects on duty that are supposed to take over have to begin with those that were not achieved and also add on more that they'll want to achieve to make it a better place.
Who chooses the president and other members of the prefects?
The school.
The school.
Yeah, we have elections every second term of the school of the school calendar. The school elects, then they are taken to the administration or the ones who are in charge of prefects. Then they go through, they take the rank, they take the toll, and then the results are announced after 2 weeks or 1.
My name is Praise Umazi. I am a Form 4 student of Bahari Girls, and my life as a student since Form 1, there's been quite a number of challenges like shortage of water, but electricity. But as time goes by, we have continued to see these problems being solved. We have water tanks all over the school. We have a new generator that was bought when we went Form 1, and such challenges are solved. In terms of school environment, we can see that the school has built such a conducive environment for especially us Form 4s to learn. We have seen that most of our grades are improving through the systems of Odoba and Obaba. And they have been really motivating some of us to keep on working hard even when we feel kind of discouraged. And once we used to be sent home for fees and all that, but now we can see that it's changed, and even us who come from, let's say, humble backgrounds get to stay in school and to learn. I'm definitely expecting us to get to our target for this year, that is an 8.15. Personally, I'm expecting an A minor. And I believe if I cooperate with my teachers, if I continue to do as they advise me, I'll get there. Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Speaking about the student council,
Yeah.
the students themselves select their own leaders, and the process begins from the nomination. This is where the students will submit their names if they're interested in a particular position, be it the school president or the school captain, the dining hall captain, the dorm captains, the class representatives, and all that. And then after they've submitted their names, the names go through the process of vetting. There are certain qualifications that we usually have, that is in terms of discipline, academic performance, and all that. So we have a selection panel, or how do you call it? The selection panel that does that work. And then now the names are forwarded to the students for election. So we have a campaign period where the students will articulate their policies and how they are going to lead the student council. And then now we have the elections, and then after the elections, now we have the swearing in, just like the normal process of electing any leader that we have in this country, politicians specifically.
We exit Bahari as a board. We are proud to have done our best in trying to put Bahari where it is. We know it was not easy, and we know it really requires a lot of dedication. I want to take this opportunity to tell the incoming board that we give you Bahari with all our hearts and our brains. We are stepping aside, but we are available for any support that is needed, because our aim and vision was always to see Bahari dot the map of Kenyan academic giants. We started the journey. We know you are coming in and you will be capable to be able to continue the journey. We have not yet reached at the destination yet. The destination is defined by how many A grades we would be able to produce. We did 1A. We're expecting probably 2-3 more this coming year, but we know under your leadership, you would be able to make us even proud than we did as a board. We all need to respect what we call corporate governance, or good corporate governance, where when we provide leadership, we must be able to respect the rule of law that guides those positions of leadership. When you start a journey, there's always an end. We did our part in Bahari 2019 for 6 years. We respect that, and would not want to say that, because Bahari is doing well, I want to remain. Or because I was in Bahari, I want to join another school so that I can be able to move forward. We've done our best, we leave the space and we leave the lessons. And we want to thank Mulei TV for taking this initiative to document this success. Normally, in Africa, we don't like documenting success, but it is very important because of the lessons and because of the best practices that can be used to move the institutions we are in and to move the society forward.
Under the leadership of Professor Halimu Shauri, Bahari Girls has not just grown, it has transformed. From stronger academics to better infrastructure, from vision to execution, his legacy is etched in every corner of this school and in every dream being nurtured here. As he takes a bow from his role as chair of the Board of Management, the foundation he leaves behind will continue to guide generations of girls toward greatness. We salute your service, we honor your legacy, we carry your vision forward. This has been a legacy of transformation, a Mulei TV production. To Professor Halimu Shauri, thank you.